Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Happy Friday. With it being Friday, once again, that means it's time for another episode of Ye Olde Weekly Beauty Chit Chat. If you're new around here, this is a long-running series where I just chit-chat about all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. As always, I have a fun little lineup of things to mention from this most recent week here, and as always, I will list and link everything in the description box below this video. If you'd like to purchase any of these items yourself, read up other people's reviews, look at in-depth ingredient information, all that jazz, check out the description box. It is usually a plethora of information. Anyway, I hope you guys had a really good week. I had a fantastic week myself. I managed to pull off the surprise for my mama last week, and if you were following me on Instagram, you saw that my brother came in from Australia. My mom had no idea, and so she was so happy to see him. It has definitely been a few years since we've gotten together with him. My brother, he has a little bit of trouble traveling. Back in 2011, actually right after I got pregnant with my daughter, he was in a really, really horrific motorcycle accident that caused him a severe traumatic brain injury and a whole host of other problems. And so traveling for him is, it can be difficult, especially because he's literally flying from like the other side of the world. So it's kind of a lot on him. So we don't get to see him quite as often as we would like, and I'm sure as he would like as well. So anyway, we worked together to pull off this surprise for our mama, and she was so happy. It just like absolutely warmed my heart. If I remember to do it, I'll go ahead and add a clip before we get into the chit chat here. So hopefully I can remember to do that. But yeah, anyway, it was really lovely, and it's just so nice to have him here. He'll be here for about a month, and then he'll go back. So anyway, yeah, I've had a great week myself. It's really nice to see my mom so happy. So yeah, anyway, let me know how your week was. Don't forget to let me know what you were loving in terms of the fun, frivolous, and completely unnecessary this past week in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this week's fave. I have some really great perfumes from this past week. The first one I'm going to mention is actually one that I literally just had delivered to my house this week, a couple days ago here. So earlier in the week, I shared a video where I was talking about some perfumes that I have in my collection that are not cruelty-free. And I was hoping that you guys would have some really great suggestions for me for some cruelty-free alternatives. And you guys came through. Let me tell you something. This is why I did that video, because you are some of the best detectives out there, and you came back with some amazing suggestions. And one of the first perfumes that I wanted to find a replacement for was the Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal perfume. Absolutely love that one, but I finished my bottle of it earlier this year, and I have been missing it. I miss that perfume. What a beautiful scent. So my friend Faith suggested this one right here. I also got another suggestion from my friend Penn. Dua also has a dupe of the Scandal perfume, but it's not available right now. I want to try that one as well when it comes back in stock. But I decided to try Faith's suggestion for the Maison Alhambra Candid. Oh, you guys, this is so good. I've already actually reviewed it. I kind of did a almost like first sniff review of this one, and I told you that I would update you on the wear time in this video. The wear time is fantastic. Easily 7 to 8 hours before I feel like I need to reapply this. This is such a good one. It's really, really close. I do feel like some of the notes are kind of in different concentrations from the original, but it is a very similar scent, maybe even slightly sweeter with this one. Now, someone said that this was actually a dupe of another version of Scandal. Was it Scandal Night? Ooh, I'm gonna have to put like an annotation here because right now the name is escaping me, but yeah, someone had mentioned that this is actually a better dupe of that other Scandal fragrance. So I don't know if it is. I've only ever smelled the original Scandal. And so, yeah, I don't know anything about the other versions. I'm sure they're just as beautiful, but I love this. And you guys, this was $22. This was $22. I got it on Amazon. It was, I ordered it at like 5 p.m. It was at my doorstep at very early the next day. So thanks, Amazon Prime. But oh man, this is so lovely. It's a really sweet honey-based type perfume. Also has a lot of beautiful floral notes in it. It's, you guys, this is just a winner. I'm telling you. Listen, for 22 bucks, if you are looking for something new, in a massive bottle again. So how many ounces? 3.4. I think it's 3.4 fluid ounces for $22 with that lasting power. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Thank you, Faith. You did really good. I'm really excited to try the Dua version as well. So as soon as I get my hands on that one, I'll be reviewing that too. Okay, this is in my October perfume basket. If you missed what is in my October perfume basket, I'll link that video down below. This is Ellis Brooklyn Raven. And you know what? I've been wearing this to bed every night because I'm one of those people. I just do a really light spritz before getting into bed, but there's just something about falling asleep while you're surrounded by a beautiful fragrance. It makes me so happy. I use a light touch because I do have a husband and he sleeps in the same bed as me and I don't want to overwhelm him. But he has never complained about me wearing perfume to bed. In fact, he always tells me how good I smell. So thank you, Craig, for being so understanding. But this one, ooh, this is like amber amplified. It is so warm, so like resinous, ever so slightly sweet. This one is so special. I don't know if this one is discontinued by Ellis Brooklyn. I feel like I saw it on sale for like a really good price point at a lot of different retailers at one point. And so I need to double check and make sure that this is still available. I would be devastated if they discontinued this one because this is beautiful. This and the Ombre Marquis from Bastide are my two favorite, like super heavy amber fragrances in my collection. Love them both. But yeah, just if you've never stuck your nose in this, if you have the opportunity to smell it, it's lovely. I think this is one of those perfect unisex fragrances where like literally anyone could wear this, and as long as you love amber, super enjoyable. Now, the last perfume I want to mention is one that I also just recently reviewed. I'm having a hard time stopping wearing this, even though I kind of feel like it might make a better spring summer type perfume. And when I reviewed this, I mentioned that there's something like oddly familiar or kind of nostalgic about this fragrance to my nose, but I couldn't place it. Someone left a comment on that video and said that this is an almost perfect dupe of Avon's Far Away. Did you ever wear Far Away? I did. I loved it. One of my mom's friends sold Avon, and so I had a bottle of Far Away when I was in high school, I think. I love that perfume. I haven't used it in years, but that was a great scent. And that's why this smelled so familiar to me, but for the life of me, I couldn't put two and two together. I don't know why, but as soon as I saw that comment, I was like, that's it. That is what this is. Oh, you guys, it is absolutely beautiful. I adore this one. You know who else likes this one? I've been smelling it on her when she leaves for school. Stella, my daughter. You guys, this girl, I catch her in my bathroom every single day. It seems like she has her own perfume collection. Anything that I declutter goes to Stella. So she has a decent sized collection for someone her age, but she still goes into my bathroom and uses my perfume. So Stella seems to really like this one as well. So maybe I'll get her own bottle of this for Christmas or something. It's really super affordable. I have a discount code with Paris Corner, and I think this is actually on sale on their website. You can combine my discount code with the sale. It's like, this is a screaming deal. This is such a good deal. And again, a huge, massive bottle, a beautiful, heavy, weighty bottle with a ton of really great perfume in it. You know what I like pairing with this one to kind of make it a little bit more fall appropriate? It's Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. These two together are just a really great pairing. I love using this as a base for this because it does turn it into a little bit more of a fall appropriate type fragrance. Just to my nose. Listen, I'm very seasonal with my perfume. So for me, you know, if I really like something, I will sometimes mix a warm vanilla or a warm amber in to just kind of bring it into the like cooler weather months. And this combo here, if you have both of these, you should pair them. I wish that I could get this in a perfume format. I bet I can. I need to do some research, but I would wear this in perfume format probably year round. It's delightful. I mean, I like the body spray, but we all know the lasting power of body sprays is like almost non-existent. So anyway, next let's move into some hair care. I have been finding some really amazing beauty products lately at Costco, both online and in store. If you have a Costco membership and you have not checked out the beauty tab on the Costco website, you're missing out. There is so much over there. They have some really unique, interesting brands, some of which I had never heard about, but man, did I go down a rabbit hole. They have so many amazing beauty products. And I'm telling you, if you have a membership, you gotta check out what they have. If you're in the market for something new in the beauty department, check out the website. Also, don't forget to like go down that aisle when you are, you know, doing your monthly $700 Costco shopping trip. Costco, I feel like with the grocery stuff, they're so horrifically expensive these days. I cannot believe the price of groceries. And I have a teenage girl she's a growing girl. She's very hungry. So I have to go to Costco somewhat frequently and re-up her snacks. Oh my gosh, teenagers, I tell you what. Anyway, so I've really been diving down a rabbit hole, specifically with hair care lately, because I am loving my new shorter do. Obviously, I put it up today. I just didn't want to deal, but I really love my new haircut, and usually anytime that I get a new haircut and I'm like enamored with it, I will want to check out some new hair care stuff. So I found this brand online. This is the Dr. For Her, hair, like this, not her. Dr. For Hair. This is the Collagen Deep Clean Cooling Shampoo, and this is the Collagen Silk Shampoo. So when you order this online, you're actually gonna get a set of 2 shampoos. So 2 of this one or 2 of this one. There's no conditioner. And at first I thought, well, that's kind of weird. Why are you just getting like 2 shampoos? You guys, you almost don't need conditioners with these. I still will use a little bit on the ends. I've been using my Bumble and Bumble, what is it? The super rich conditioner just on my ends, but I really feel like I almost don't need it at all. That's how like hydrating and softening these shampoos are. This one is specifically designed for fine hair. Hello, that's what I have. And this one is basically for all scalp types. I thought this would be kind of a good like everyday option, but I thought this one specifically, the deep clean cooling, might be good for days where I am going like every other day with my hair washing, which by the way, I have mostly gone back to washing daily. I don't have to now. My oil production on my face and my scalp have slowed down significantly, but I miss the ritual of washing my hair every single day. I know that that sounds probably wild to those of you that don't like washing your hair every single day, that don't like having to style it or blow dry it, or maybe your hair literally can't take that. Like everybody's scalp and hair is a little bit different, but for me, I can still do daily washing without damaging my hair because I'm very careful with it. But yeah, I thought on the days where I do want to like skip a wash day, that after that, you know, second day, I can use this to really clean my scalp, because I will admit that even though I can go every other day now, I still don't like the way that my scalp feels after that second day. I don't know what it is. I feel like if you are someone who has washed your hair every single day for basically the bulk of your life, to get used to that feeling of second day, it can be tough. It's a tough adjustment. So yeah, I figured that this one would be kind of good to have on hand for those days, because every once in a while I do that, but I really want like a good cleaning on that third day when I'm actually washing my hair. You guys, these are both fabulous. I don't need to really use a conditioner at all with either. I use a little bit of the Bumble and Bumble on my ends just to like, I don't know, because it's tradition to use conditioner, but I don't have to. These are fabulous. These are worth checking out. I think they're just under $35 for the duos. Totally worth checking out. This is a Korean hair care brand. Yes, these are Korean hair care products, and they're fabulous. All right, let's talk some skincare. We're not gonna do much in the way of makeup today because honestly, it's mostly the same from last week. The only thing that's a little bit different this week is I pulled out this Viseart collection palette from my collection. These are the Theory palettes, and then these are just a bunch of other like 4-pan palettes that I had from Viseart that I depotted. So yeah, I've just kind of been messing around with this one in terms of my eye looks, but all of the other makeup was the same as last week, so not worth mentioning. But let us talk about some skincare. By the way, I think next week is when I'm gonna share my fall and winter skincare routine. I've been meaning to film that, but just haven't, so it's coming. I needed a new cleansing balm, so I decided to try this from the Inky list. This is the Oat Cleansing Balm. I had never used this before, but it was pretty affordable. I ordered it from Ulta, and it got really good reviews. The only thing that I don't like about it, I'm gonna say this is effective as all get out. Like, it takes everything off, and then, you know, I go in for my double cleanse. You can use this as your, you know, first and second cleanse if you want to. It's a very hydrating, very thick cleansing balm. Let me just say, I kind of feel like they should almost put this in a different format, like a tub, because when I am washing my face and trying to squeeze this out, like it's so thick, and if my hands are wet, like you can kind of see, like this bottle is kind of dirty with just makeup from me touching it with my wet hands. You actually wet your face first before applying this, and so I usually have a little bit of makeup on my face from me wetting it, but it can be kind of hard to like manage this when you are trying to squeeze it out. Also, it's almost harder to squeeze it out of like this small hole here, but insanely effective, very, very emollient. This is a thick cleansing balm, and it takes a little bit to rinse her off, so just prepare yourself for that. It might actually be good to use like a muslin cloth or something to remove this. I think I have one somewhere. I think I had one from like an Eve L'Homme cleansing balm that I used to have. I need to look through my stuff and see if I can find that, because I really, or you know, I don't know, a washcloth. I could use a washcloth too to get this off, because it is very, very thick. Now, when I go in with my second cleanse, I just feel really, my skin feels really soft afterwards. This is definitely great for those of you with a drier skin type. You might want to check this out if you need a new cleansing balm, and if you are extremely dry. I'm not, but I still really like this. It's great, but it is thick, very thick. I'm loving this lately. I feel like when I first tried it, I was a little bit more like, like it's good, but I felt like I would go back to the pharmacy. They have a waterless vitamin C serum, and I have loved that for a number of years now. I actually have a backup of that. But I've been using the Versed Weekend Glow Brightening Serum. This has vitamin C and licorice root extract, and I really think that going forward, after I finish my backup from pharmacy, I might just go forward with this, because I feel like the effect longer term is the exact same as the pharmacy. This gives me a really nice brightening effect to the skin. I don't think it really helps with the melasma on my forehead or anything like that, or like a ton of like heavy hyperpigmentation on my face, although lately I don't feel like I've had a ton of that. But it just gives my skin this really nice, beautiful, lit from within type of glow. I feel like vitamin C has really been good for me personally, just to add like a brightening effect to my skin, an overall brightening effect. Not necessarily, you know, helping me, like I said, with the melasma. I wish it had an effect on the melasma, but I have to use some different ingredients for that. But this is a really great formulation. It's super gentle, and I typically use this in the morning, and it fits right into my morning routine. I really like the overall texture of this. It's a little bit it's a little gel-like almost, but it's one of those formulations that really does work its way into your skin very quickly. I also feel like it's kind of hydrating. My hands are, whoa, yeah, they are dry. I don't want to show you this hand, but this one is nice and hydrated now. It looks so much better. Yeah, like it just, like this is almost completely dry at this point. Like it's not super sticky. But yeah, just a really nice kind of bright here. I'll show you my sad dry hand. Look how much brighter this looks just after like a couple seconds. It's crazy. Yeah, this is good stuff. And this is super affordable. This is from Versed, obviously. This is worth checking out. If you haven't checked that out, you should. I finished another one of these. I already have a backup. I love this product, you guys. I've been using it now for quite some time. I use this in the evening, and then in the mornings, I will use either the aloe eye cream or the like peptide, the new peptide one from Paula's Choice. This is the Dermatology HPR eye cream. This is a retinol eye cream, and this is fabulous. I feel like this leaves my under eye area perfectly exfoliated without like leaving it looking dry. I don't bring my tretinoin super like close up in this area, because I do think it can make that area look a little bit dry, but I do want to use a retinol type product in that area. And this has been fabulous for that. If you have never tried this, I highly recommend this one. I've been using it for, like I said, a good long while now. Actually, since it was released from Dermatology. They sent me the first one for free, but I have repurchased it myself. It is so good, you guys. There's another container in my bathroom already. This one's going into my empties now. This is fabulous. You should check it out if you haven't. Also, I am bathing in this. I haven't mentioned it lately, but I'm going to because this is another one of those Costco beauty products. This is now available at Costco online. This is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Soothing Cream. Man, I slather this from here down to here, morning and night, very liberally towards the end of my skincare routine. And it is just the perfect kind of last step. I do oftentimes add a moisturizer on top, but this has a really nice lightweight gel texture. Let's hydrate this hand over here because she was looking a little sad. This is another one of those products where it absorbs very quickly into the skin. I love the texture. Texture is such a big thing for me because I've had oily skin for so many years. Like, I am just obsessed with like whether products actually absorb into my oily skin or whether they just sit on top. And this, oh, just glorious. My skin feels so soft here now. Like, it's just a really great soothing cream. If you have any like rosacea or redness that you're dealing with, you should try this. It's available in a set of 2 online at Costco, but you can also get this just by itself at Ulta. I'll link it at both places. If you've never tried this, you should. The last thing I want to mention is a skincare device that I just reviewed yesterday. I just bought this BeautyBio, what's this called again? Hold please. Glow Facial Hydro-Infusion Pore Cleansing Tool. I bought this at Ulta. The reason that I picked this up is because my W Skin Aquafacial bit the dust not long ago, and I really love those aquafacials. I have had a couple done, you know, at as like an in-office treatment, and it was fabulous, but they are quite spendy, and so I like being able to do this kind of stuff at home. And when that one bit the dust, I definitely had it in the back of my mind to replace it with something else. Now, Shark has a new like aquafacial device that is just coming on the market right now. It is already available at Sephora. I'm waiting for it to show up at Ulta, but I thought it was worth trying this first because if I can save myself a couple $100, I definitely thought that was worthwhile. This is less expensive than the Shark option, but this also doesn't have all of the features of the Shark, if you will. And I think after having used this twice now, I'm still leaning towards taking this back and waiting for the Shark to show up at Ulta and maybe just using a boatload of my points to purchase that for either a significant discount or potentially even for free, depending on how many points I'm able to apply. I know that it's best to use your points in like specific like numbers. I think it's the ideal is using about 2,000 points at a time. But anyway, I did pay for this, but I had a 20% off, so it was a decent price. So I thought, I think this is worth trying out. Here's my thoughts. Even though this does work, like it certainly, it sucks things out of your pores, I can tell you that. But my concern with this one, and after reading through some reviews online, I feel like my concerns are kind of somewhat validated, but I'd love to know if you've had this for a little while and what your thoughts are, is that this feels like it's kind of cheaply made. It does not even feel as solid as this device did, and it makes me nervous to spend this kind of money on something thinking that maybe I can only get like a year or so out of it. I'd like to have something like this for at least a few years for the price point, and I just am not confident that these plastic pieces are like tough enough for that. I'm specifically kind of worried about this like release chamber here for the gunky side. I'm almost afraid to like even mess with it too much in case it breaks. But yeah, there's this little tiny pin that holds this piece on here, and it looks so flimsy. Honestly, the construction of most of this feels a little flimsy. And I wasn't really able to tell that, obviously, by looking at the device online, which is why, you know, I thought it was worth trying it. But after using it, I'm just not 100% sure that I want to keep this. Again, if you have owned this for any amount of time, will you let me know if yours is still kicking and how long you've had it? Yeah. If it didn't feel so cheap, I think I would be a lot more just like, yeah, I'll keep it, you know, and then I'll get the shark later on and, you know, have those added features, and then I'll have two. Yeah, I'll have two, which would be not necessary at all. But yeah, I'm on this. Have you used this? What are your thoughts? Have you used other devices from this company? This is not their only device. This brand just recently showed up at Ulta. I had never actually heard of them before. So yeah, I'm just not 100% sold quite yet. So anyway, for what it's worth, that's everything from this past week. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to let me know what you are loving this past week in the comments down below. And yeah, that's it. Subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up, yada yada. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.